So Matt, a viewer of the channel, said, Wes, I'm gonna send you an axe, but I'm not gonna tell you what it is. And I said, okay, well send it to me. He goes, you have to review it. And I said, okay, I'll review it. So the first impressions and unboxing of the mystery axe. I have no idea what's inside this box, but I will say this. At the very bottom of the email, he said, have fun, but he put like 4 or 5 dots after it. So I'm not really sure if that means like have fun or if that means have fun. I don't know. So let's get into opening the box and see what the mystery axe is. I'll give you guys my first impressions. Let's do it. I love when you guys send me axes to review. It's great because I don't have to buy them, which is nice. But I will say, man, you could use a little help in your boxing technique. But that's okay, that's okay. We're gonna open it up here and see what we got. I'm interested. I'm intrigued, I'm excited, I'm interested. I'm not gonna pretend like I haven't seen this thing online, especially on Amazon. I have. I've seen it a million times, and to be honest with you, I've passed it up a million times. But before we get into that, before we take it out of the plastic and look at the design, and I tell you what I think about it, first impressions wise, we're gonna send it over to Dave, and he's gonna give you the specs on the Schrade backdraft axe.
Ah, yes, the backdraft axe. A very unique and interesting axe we have here. Let us kick things off with steel quality, which is 3CR13. The overall length of this axe is 19.5 inches. Paired with a weight of 40 ounces, this axe comes with some heft. The almost arrowhead axe head has dual cutting edges, with the main edge measuring almost 5 inches. The axe handle is certainly unique, with its square design. Surrounding this axe handle are G10 grips that are very thick and give good texture in the hand. Designed for bushcraft or survival work, is this axe worth the $60 price tag? Like I told my last wife, I say, honey, I never judge an axe before I throw it. Besides that, it's all in the reflexes.
Take it out of the plastic here. Ah, yeah. I hate this plastic. You guys hate this plastic as much as me. So before we get into the backdraft axe, let's talk about the sheath. It's a typical nylon sheath. It does have some rigidity to it, so it's not flopping over all crazy. The rivets on here and the stitching on here look pretty decent. I don't see any gaps or holes or anything, so that's good. You do get a belt loop in the back if you care, because some people care about belt loops. And there's really only 2 snaps holding this sheath on. Basically, the axe here just kind of slides up in. You bring the strap around, snaps in place, and then that one snaps in place. There you go. These snaps do take a little force to put on and take off, which I do like. I don't like when snaps come apart really easily, so that's cool. And you just kind of take them apart and slide it off. Not a bad sheath, guys. It's not bad. It's not the best sheath in the world, but it'll keep your bit from falling and tearing up or whatever. So anyway, what we do with sheaths on this channel, guys, we toss them because we don't need them. We're talking about the backdraft axe. I've seen this before. I told you guys that at the beginning of the video. I always passed up on it because I just felt like it was odd. It just looks a little gimmicky. It does. But I will give it credit where credit's due, and I really do like this axe head design. I think it's really cool. You get a bit in the front, and then you get a bit underneath here, which is kind of cool. If you needed 2 different bits, you have it on this. I could only assume that the holes that are put into the axe head here are for some type of bushcraft, maybe like prying, getting something in there. I could only assume, and it'll kind of lighten it up a little bit, so you do have that. It looks like you have a bottle opener on the back, or you could probably use this cutout for a lot of things, but to me it looks like a bottle opener. I do like that it comes with a beard, so if you wanted to choke up and do some carving work or whatever, you could. I always enjoy beards, if you can't tell. But that's really cool that the axe head is designed in such a way where you get a lot of different purposes other than chopping. I guess you could say that about it. The weight in the hand, it feels pretty decent. I mean, it's not bad. It's not like the best feeling thing in the world, but there is that. The grip texture is nice. It almost feels like maybe like a rubber overmold or maybe some type of G10 material. You do get some design work into the actual grip that makes it a little grippy. It's not too pronounced and it's not uncomfortable. I will say when I put it in my hand, it's not bad. Now, kind of looking at the circumference of this, you do get a pretty decent circumference. It's not very thin at all. Now you do get a square handle design. If you saw it when Dave was given the specs, you saw that the handle was squared. It doesn't feel bad in the hand, and I'm not a big fan of square handles, but just kind of feeling my hand on it, it's not too bad. It really isn't. It feels pretty decent in the hand. You do get a glass breaker at the bottom, and you get a hole down there for a lanyard if you want it. Let's do some weight test and some rotation test, see how well it's gonna fly and see where the weight is distributed on this thing. I'll back up and we'll do one finger and see where it's at. Handle heavy, which we already knew that, guys. It's all steel. It does have a full ferrule or a full tang going all the way down to the knob. So that's a lot of steel. It's gonna be handle heavy. That's okay, that's okay. Doing a little bit of a rotation test. If you've seen these videos before, you know I like my rotation test to see what's gonna happen. We'll do one finger and two fingers. Let's see what it does. Oh, good gracious. That thing flips quick, guys. We'll do one finger. Yeah, it's flipping quick. So to me, that tells me, like I've shown you guys in previous videos, that it should be a true flyer in the air. We shouldn't get much wobble throwing this, just my opinion. So there is that, which is really cool. Kind of excited now that I saw that rotation test. I'm kind of excited to throw it, I am. And last but certainly not least is the actual bit, the edge that comes on it. Let's check it and see. Does have a very hard taper, manufacturer's grind, but the cheeks are pretty thin. It does look like it has a typical convex grind, but the cheeks kind of stick out right in this area, but they're not very thick, guys, at all, as you can see there. The actual edge that comes on it, it's decently sharp. It's about the same sharpness up here as it is down here, so not bad. You might be able to use it out of the box. I'm gonna put my own edge on it, but it's not bad. Now, doing a first impressions on this backdraft axe and kind of putting it in my hand, I can tell you guys this, I'm gonna have to cut this down. I don't think it's gonna be the best at its length for axe throwing, I don't. I think it's more of a bushcraft survival axe, and that's great. But I like being able to throw my bushcraft or survival axes, and I don't think this would make the best thrower. I don't. I normally don't care about glass breaking, so what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shorten the handle up to maybe about like right here, somewhere in this vicinity. And I think putting my hand about right here, somewhere in this area, probably getting it at about 15 to 15 and a half inches, I actually think this thing's gonna be a great flyer. I do. I'm just kind of throwing it out there. Now, up at the top, as you can see here, it's not very thick. I think what I'm also going to do is I'm going to run an edge up here as well. So we're going to get kind of a Jenny Wren feel from CRKT, where you have a bit running from here all the way around, which I think will make a great throw for an over rotation. If you happen to over rotate it, you got a bit up there, which I think would be awesome. And to be honest with you guys, if you wanted kind of another edge in the back here, maybe a fatter edge for something, I'm sure you could figure it out. You could profile this and give yourself an edge basically from here all the way around. Not a bad idea. Just be careful if you do that, but not a bad idea at all. This thing isn't something that I would normally buy. I'm just being honest with you, it's not. It's not something that I would see and go, oh, I gotta have that. But since one of you bought it for me and it's coming to me, I'm gonna make the best of it. And these are the kind of videos I love doing, because once I put my touch on this, I could love it. I don't actually know yet. It doesn't feel the greatest in the hand for axe throwing right this second, but who knows what'll happen once I start putting my modifications in it and start throwing it. I may love the thing, who knows? We're gonna find out though, aren't we? Let me know in the comment section what you guys think of the backdraft axe. Do you think it's a gimmick? Do you think it is useful? Let me know. I've seen this thing online and I've seen a few people say it's pretty decent for bushcrafting. Let me know what you guys think. If you have one, put it in the comment section. And of course, guys, in part 2, I'm going to show you guys the modifications I did, and we're going to take it outside and we're going to throw the damn thing, and I'll let you know how it holds up. Curious to know how these G10 grip panels are going to hold up too, if that's what they are. We'll find out, won't we? Thanks for all the support, guys. I really appreciate it. And I hope you enjoyed the video on the backdraft axe. You guys don't remember the movie from the 90s, Backdraft? Kurt Russell in it? Pretty cool movie. That's the first thing I thought of when I took it out of the box. So anyway, I'm out of here. Thanks for all the support, guys. And remember, it's always for the love of these axes. But until next time, see ya. I'll be honest with you guys, I'm trying to do a better job in my life of being positive. I know a lot of people don't like that. But anyway, I am. And for some reason, something tells me that when I do the modifications I want to this thing, it's going to be a good flyer. I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see.